it is your boy Wolf Gainer Chris, or just Chris. Yeah, if you guys couldn't tell, this is like a new setup. Usually I would have you guys over there, like, and yeah, but today I finally got like a computer, so basically I'm gonna do a like this PC. Today we have 2 disturbing true Uber horror stories for you guys that I'm gonna be reacting to, and from Mr. Nightmare. If you guys want to check him out, link in the description. And yeah, I got a lot of things for the PC and a lot and stuff like that. So I mean, and my head is really cold, so I'm going to put this on. Oh my god. Okay. And before we start, I want to say something. You guys will not know how much I love this thing, because like I love this guy. Like look, I have like a lot of things. Look, I have something right here, but if I move you guys, it's gonna, I have a poster up there. But anyways, let's go ahead. Need a microphone. And yeah, let's just go.
The app Uber, because I wasn't able to drive for 12 months due to some DUI charges. Just a stupid mistake overall. There's this nightclub bar in my town that I would sometimes go to on the weekends with my friends. Sometimes I would get a ride home with a designated driver if we had one, and sometimes we would catch an Uber. This night I wasn't feeling too great, so I left a little early. It was somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning. It was way too cold to walk home, so I called for an Uber. A guy nearby named Alex popped up, and I gotta be honest, he was a little creepy looking. He was older, didn't really smile in his picture, and he had a grayish goatee with a black cap on. He was only 2 miles away, so I didn't really care.
Why would you show a picture
He said
of
he had
that?
a Chevy Malibu, which sounded nice, so I requested he come pick me up. I waited on the bench outside the club next to the bouncer, who stood still like a statue, hands folded together. About 5 minutes later, a silver 2003 or something Chevy Malibu pulled up in front of the club. I stood up, a bit disappointed. It was such an old, ratty-looking car. The guy didn't call me over or honk or anything. He just waited by the curb, so I got up and entered the back seat of the car. Right away, things got uncomfortable. He didn't say hello, he didn't shake my hand, he didn't even turn his head to look at me. All he said was in a very quiet voice, "Where are you headed?" To which I replied with my address. We began moving down Main Street, but in the wrong direction of my house. I told him this, and he turned left at the next intersection.
This is why I will never do Uber again. I did Uber with like my cousin before, but I'm never going to do Uber because of many reasons. One, they're gonna know your address. Like, they put your address and everything in your information, and that's what I hate. With other people knowing that like it's not related to you, not your family, and that thing right there is scary because you don't know what would happen. But you know, people made Uber, and you need to shut up. Can you shut up, please? Thank you. But anyways, let's just keep going. That's just so stupid.
Now we were moving away from the main roads and down the quieter residential areas. He didn't put my address into his phone, so I felt really strange. I didn't know if he was expecting me to direct him or not. I ended up putting my address into my own phone so he could listen. When the GPS said turn left down the next street, he completely missed it. I made a confused hand gesture. He noticed it and said, "I just gotta make a quick stop, don't worry, I'll give you a discount." Even though I was drunk, I still knew something bad was going on. Then, that's when I noticed the handgun sticking out from his middle glove box next to him. By now, I was trying to figure out how to get out of this car. At the next red light, I tried the door handle very quietly, but it wouldn't open. I saw that the child lock was on, and from this point forward, my heart was racing. The man was driving us far out of the direction of my house. We must have been 2 towns over by now. I was getting desperate. I couldn't call the cops because I didn't know what this guy might do. I figured my best option would be attempting to flick the child lock switch next to him by the front seats. I had to somehow slide over to the opposite side of the back seat behind him without him noticing. This was one of the most tense moments of my life. I locked my sight on his head through the rearview mirror, making sure he wasn't looking. I very casually slid behind him. Thankfully, he didn't notice. Now came the scariest part. I had to reach for the button up front at the next red light before he could do anything. Each light we passed, I felt more and more tension build up as I was waiting for one of them to turn yellow, and eventually one finally did. He slowed the car at an intersection that would usually be busy during daylight hours. It was a perfect escape point. The car came to a stop. I knew this light wasn't very long, so I had to be quick. A car was stopped at the opposite side of the intersection, which made me feel a little better. With all of my courage, I reached my hand up to the lit-up child lock button, and I must have startled him because he jumped 2 inches out from his seat. He screamed at me, and as I feared he would, he went for the gun right next to him. I was able to open the door and flee to the nearby Cadillac Escalade, where I banged on their windows asking for help. They drove off, completely avoiding me, but it didn't matter because the man in his Chevy Malibu was already gone down the block. I ran into a nearby grocery store that was open 24 hours, where I called a taxi this time. This was a very sobering experience because I don't remember being drunk at all in that store or during the taxi ride home. I reported the driver to Uber, who said they would escalate the situation to the authorities. It wasn't until a whole week later that an officer finally showed up at my front door for some questioning, and that was the end of that. I have no idea what became of that guy, but I've never used an Uber since.
That is exactly why I will never do Uber once again. It's just so freaking scary, bro. Like, oh my god. Jeez, like people do things like these stupid kind of things for like no reason at that, and it's just so stupid, man. But anyways, on with the second story. Oh, what just happened here? Whoa.
As a former Uber driver, I've dealt with a whole bunch of unpleasant characters.
Hold on, guys.
From the
I'm
drunken
sorry.
groups of
I don't know what just happened there. Like, the thing just stopped recording. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And it's been really cool, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys already know how we do it. Oh! And yeah, one more thing, guys, before I end this video, actually. I want to thank you guys for 14 subscribers, guys. I looked on and I hit 14 subscribers. Hopefully, we tell your guys' friends, guys, to get me to 20, at least 20 subscribers. And yeah. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.